demons, you mentioned these other beings that exist, and people having physical demons and spiritual demons. Like if you just watch your sessions, like, or you're just going out in the public with random people, people are manifesting demons. They're throwing up, they're screaming, they're shrieking, just like they did in the Bible per se. But something I've been dealing with in the Christian mystical camp is that we've mentioned this, and there's this idea that demons aren't real. Those are just problems and traumas that those people have, and they have created those demons because of their superstition. And Jesus responds to the superstition of the people, and he meets them where they are. There are no demons. They're just in your mind. You've created a limitation, because in Christ you are free. Those don't exist. They never existed. You created them. And this is becoming more and more popular, bro. That deliverance ministry is something to be done away with, that we had it wrong. People are getting delivered from deliverance ministries. Talk about the reality of the demonic realm. For me, I think it's a disservice, because just because you're not dealing with it anymore, because you've graduated and you don't believe in it, you just project that because you're clean, you're good. You haven't given that train of thought, because they do come in thought forms for sure. Because you're free, you kind of turn your nose up to people who are really struggling, really fighting with demons, whether it's demons of addiction or that came in through an open door, through trauma, all types of things. And you're seeing this stuff firsthand. Speak to that a little bit. We've mentioned it, but this is getting big.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest deceptions that's going to allow one of the biggest hoodwink moments in Christianity is to get Christians to believe that demons are not real. I mean, Satan's greatest deception is to get people to believe that he's not a real being.
Yeah.
See, he knows that, the problem he has is when people actually believe he's real, because he can't hide. You see what I'm saying? And you can't hide him. But I know what you're saying, bro. And I almost got caught in that camp. I did. I went through and when I went into that mentality that I actually got deceived the most, and I started to believe things outside of the simple gospel and stuff. But I had to come back around, and it's when I started to come back and pursue the deliverance ministry again that I started to see the breakthrough and growth. And I think that's why God has raised me up in this hour, is because I am going after this thing, and I am showing people that demonic realm's real. I mean, there's created beings outside of us. I mean, there is angelic entities. There is demonic entities. You see what I'm saying? There is creatures in the realm outside of this spirit that are moving and shaking and actually keeping the order of what's going on in this world intact. You see? So there is that, like you said, there's the demonic realm. So when I deal with people, okay, so if it's a thought, right, or if it's something else, I literally look at people and I see sometimes a shift in their face to something that is totally not them, that is in their eyes, that is inhabited them. You can literally see another creature, another being peering through the window of that person's soul. And it is not them. It is not a thought, right? It is not nothing else. It is a created being that has entered into a person's soul or their being, and now is living and driving the vehicle through that person. So there is a level of a created entity that is living in a person. And I don't know why people would think that isn't real. I mean, just watch the videos. They talk to me through people, oh, you found us. We've been here. We didn't want to be caught. We didn't want to be exposed. Please don't send us back. Don't send. And sometimes, bro, these people have zero. They're fresh, right?
That's what
fresh.
I was going to say. They've never even heard of any of this.
None of it. They have no information on the Bible.
No nothing.
Nothing. They have nothing. And then when they get that thing out of them and they go, what was that? I mean, it reveals. There was a time I sat with a young man way back in the day. I think I talked to a very, very high-ranking, intelligent demon in this young boy. It spoke information about the spirit realm and its assignment and its agendas, and told me things that it had planned for the church I was in at that time. It told me things, and it was intelligent, and this kid knew nothing. I mean, knew absolutely nothing. But this entity was an intelligent, entity with information that was using that boy's being, his vocal cords, his eyes, his ears, and stuff like that to give its information, you
That's
know, and
crazy.
to expose itself. And this kid had no
Yeah.
information. I've talked to demonic, and that people say you shouldn't talk to demons, but sometimes you can't shut them up. I mean, it's like the Legion, right? Jesus
Yeah.
told him to go, he didn't go. So Jesus goes, okay, you didn't leave instantly. What's your name? He knew Legion was a higher ranking demon that was actually in that. And I can speak to that too. When you deal with people, you have these little weird spirits that come out, and then you have higher ranking entities that have intellect, man. That's the seven sons of Sceva. I guarantee they were known for exorcism. They were. They had to be known for exorcism. They must have been dealing with lower ranking, lower level demons. They come to this guy in the house that's on a whole nother level, and he's like, who the heck are you? You haven't risen to this understanding that you're trying to give me right now. Paul gets it. We know Paul. We got him targeted and marked. That guy won't leave us alone. But you, who are you? You better go back to dealing with the little demons, because you ain't taking me out, and then whips them till they're butt naked, you know?
Yeah.
So there is a reality out here of created entities that are moving around in that, what we call it, the astral realm. What we call it, that's
Yeah.
what we
Etheric realm, astral realm. I mean, yeah.
that's what we would call it. I mean, that's what it is. So they're moving around and they're looking for assignments and stuff. And that's another thing. So you'll see on the video I'm gonna post later in the week. There's a video of a girl, and I told that demon, I said, you're going to go back to your masters and be tormented. When I said that, that demon said, oh no, it's like, I don't want to go. Because what happens is when they don't complete their assignment in the person and we cast them out, they actually got to go back to their leader. And then their leader torments them for not getting it right, you know? So they're in fear of going back because they're going to get tormented. And I think that's why they bring 7 more, because they want to, they're going to make sure that, hey, I'm not getting tormented this time. I'm bringing 7 more. We're going to finish this assignment.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So,
I mean, that's how the mafia, you think the mafia or gangs would work. So yeah, it's that gang mentality, a mob mentality. Listen, you couldn't get the job done, send out the big boys. And that's what happens when a demon leaves and they come back. If you don't find the house swept up,